Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here. Welcome to a new CTR Nitro-Fueled video. Today we're here to talk about probably the biggest content drop since the game was announced. Let's watch the trailer first, then we're going to analyze it. Alright, so before we get into such a crazy level of freeze framing and analysis, I just want to point one thing out here. The kart that you're seeing right now is a PSP exclusive kart from Crash Team Racing. So that should be the best indicator to you guys just how deep Beenox are going in terms of the lore and the kart bodies and the skins and everything revealed. They are literally digging so deep into the archive of Crash racing games. So not just Crash Team Racing, not just Nitro Kart, now Crash Tag Team Racing. So they don't actually use the words Crash Tag Team Racing in this trailer, but they basically show off that there are going to be a lot of things from Crash Tag Team Racing in this game, in Nitro-Fueled, and that is just truly exceptional. What you just saw there was playable Nitro Kart bosses. I was literally just talking about in the stream that I did a couple of weeks ago, like a week ago, how much I wanted that so desperately to be in the game, like to have the bosses be in Nitro Kart, and now that they're in Nitro-Fueled, it's just truly exceptional. We are seeing so many variations, so many skins. That is a Crash Tag Team Racing skin here. You know, we've got Nash, we've got all these different versions of even those characters. And look at that. I mean, look, Pura is absolutely gorgeous here. I just absolutely love that. It's so cute. It's so adorable. Coco, of course, Ripperoo in his, what I would argue was his final form. Our first look at Entropy. We've got there, look at I don't know if people were arguing whether that's Torna or Coco on the side of that AEW double or nothing little display there. But yeah, alright, so let's start it again and properly analyze this. So firstly, I want to thank Skvakk on Reddit for compiling all of these. This, as you can see here, is a vehicle called Trikey in Crash Tag Team Racing. So that's one of the base vehicles, Crash's base vehicle. You'll see that here it is under the control of Geary. So Geary is using this kart. Not only Geary, of course, as they show in the trailer extensively, Crash in his own kart as well, in the famous, his famous blue, not red, but I'm sure that red will be available based on, the rest of the trailers. Then we have Imperium, which is Cortex's base car, which is really, really cool. Reminds me for some reason of that song about the boxcar racer. There it is there, like a sort of a modified skin version with like stars and stripes, or just stars actually. And then we can see Crash in it again with his signature blue. These karts are extremely well done, if you ask me, in both versions. Then we have the Detonator. The Detonator is the second car you get for Cortex. This is a fantastic car and one that really fits that kind of the style, like that is perfectly blended in there, if you ask me. Like that's perfectly, it's like a classic, old school American car. I think it looks brilliant. And then of course when you've got it mixed up with this crazy skin, it just looks fantastic. Then we have Crikey. This is called Crikey. So they apparently, basically what Skvakk is saying is that they've modified Crikey slightly. You'll see here that they've changed it. They've put the wheel on the back. Here's Papu Papu in it. And just, I mean, look how many images we're quickly cycling through. You could pause and analyze this for hours. There's another version of it in Crash's Blue again. But yeah, you really could just look at it for hours. I mean, I'm not even touching upon the fact that there's a sticker there as well, which we will talk about after. But that's the other shot of it in the trailer. The next car here is the Doom Buggy, which was Engine's third car, a fantastically futuristic looking kart, I don't know, I keep cycling between the two, that is really used well by Nash here. Look how like it kind of lights up in that way. It's, you know, obviously modern graphics are really favoring this version of the game, and that's the thing, Nitro-Fueled is going to look just truly tremendous. I've played it on a massive screen and it looks fantastic. Then we have this. This is the part that blows my mind, because this is a PSP exclusive kart and they've added it because clearly the Beenox have played through the games and gone, wow, this is actually awesome, we love it. Look at it. Look at that, there it is. Like a PSP kart, which I've never played. I've never even played the PSP version, just to say. So this is like hardcore on the level that like exceeds even my fandom here. Like I heard about PSP exclusive tracks, like there's an exclusive track and a couple things, but yeah. And then we have Pasedena's vehicle, and this is where it gets interesting. Pasedena, I would say, is literally a day away from being announced. It is clearly going to happen. There's going to be like apparently a full roster reveal. There's Pasedena Opossum's car. Geary's riding it. Pasedena is notably absent from the trailer, but yeah. Then finally, this is a test kart that was in a testing version of the game. Basically, it was like not actually in the final copy, and they've actually taken the design and, you know, tweaked it a little bit and yeah, added it to the game. There it is. There's a good front shot, so you can actually see that it's basically the exact same, but just in a different color. So that's it for the Crash Tag Team Racing skins from here. Alright, it's boss time, and no, that is not a reference to Sasha Banks, although maybe it kind of is. We've got Krunk here from Crash Nitro Kart, and yeah, now they're playable. So this is a classic kart. This is one of the main karts, not his kart, not his like special kart, but instead it's sort of decked out with his kind of pattern, sort of that Terra pattern kind of look. It almost looks like the Taj Mahal or something like that. But yeah, I actually really love Krunk. I don't love Geary as much. He's more of a C3PO kind of guy, but in that shot there he looks alright with that vehicle. But then in this shot I reckon he looks better, a lot more focused, a lot more evil. Watch out, his main track is Android Alley, which you can actually see in the background. They've actually really transformed the look of this. Actually reminds me of a lot of Ratchet and Clank. We have a Velo here, or the original in his original form, not the big, you know, menacing big astral projection that he was in the when you initially see him. So that's cool. I've actually never played as him at all in any Crash game. And then we have Nash here. Nash is one of my favorite characters as well, and he is menacing. Like, these guys look threatening, and that's what I like. You know, they're fast racers, they're good, you know, and they're so much fun to race against. You know, I'm recently playing at Nitro Kart a lot, and I've just had so much fun actually racing them and stuff like that, and I always wish we could play them, and now we can. And then I actually for some reason thought that this was Nash, but it's actually Dingodar. If you look at the eyes there, you can see it's Dingodar, but for a second I was like, holy crap, this would be a really cool Nash suit. Alright, so then we have some skins here, which I showed at the start and I talked about briefly, but this truly is where the game just gets extended beyond belief, because what we're seeing here when we're looking at all these different characters is there are different animations for it as well. So they have custom coded in all of these incredible animations. That's why I said, when I spoke to Activision when I went there, you know, they said that the game was basically done. So I think this game has been in development for quite some time. So I think people's concerns like, oh, could it be rushing in people's suggestions? No. The only thing they've ever really changed probably from the start was some of the control tweaks when, you know, people made some comments about the initial build. This is all new stuff here. This is all stuff that was probably, you know, it's new for the game, but it was probably, you know, planned from the very beginning. I don't think that they looked at like fan reaction and go, oh gee, we need to have skins. I'd say that would have been the plan from day one. So you've got Scuba Crash here, kind of a night version of Pura. You've got Dingodar in kind of a wetsuit sort of thing. You've got, I don't even like, an old slick back classical nitrous oxide and Ripperoo there. You have some kind of like futuristic Neo Cortex, another weird futuristic Entropy, and then you've got Polar in wet weather gear, which is kind of hilarious. It almost looks like construction gear too. In terms of existing skins, you'll see that this is Ninja Cortex, who was in Crash Tag Team Racing. Remember, there were skins in Crash Tag Team Racing as well, so that's a really cool addition to actually bring him back. I think that we're probably going to get a lot of the original Crash skins from that game as well, which is really exciting. And then, of course, here is Ballerina Engine, which some people didn't like, but I mean, it's just a joke. It's just a skin. It's not meant to represent their entire personality. Do you know what I mean? I think that that's cool, and that's it there in the game. Yeah, very, very good stuff, and I'm glad to see it. Alright, so here's a really cool thing. Do you guys remember Chick and Stew? The old wisecracking presenters in Crash Tag Team Racing? Well, there they are, in a very, very blurry format, but there they are. They're in the game. There's a better shot, actually. How cool is that? So they're obviously from Crash Tag Team Racing. Again, lending credence to the fact that Pasedena and Von Clutch and all that, and Nina are going to be in the game. Some have got the kart bodies, paint jobs, decals, and stickers as well, which we talked about, and wheels. There's just so much customization here. I just want to go through it one more time just so you can all see it. The level of detail here, now they're going to be the thing called Wampa coins, and that's going to basically, you're going to be able to buy these things, and it means that you're going to be able to play the game for a long time and unlock everything, and win. Hopefully you win races, you get points, you get coins. It's just so exciting. I love the stickers too. The stickers are a real throwback. Like, they look like a real classic Crash icons, but with sort of a modern touch. So I'm hoping that maybe they might even being the new like player icons or something like that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. There's probably a few little things that I've missed, but I think that we've gone through the video enough, and it's up to you guys. Let me know what else you've noticed. I'm sure there's some other little things here and there. I didn't even talk about the fact that we got to see some of Android Alley as well, which is in the daytime now, which is looking very, very cool. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for all the support. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I put a lot of effort into it, and it's been a lot of fun too. I'm glad to be making these kind of big analytical videos every now and then too. I think it's a lot of fun, and it gives you guys, I guess, the opportunity to kind of discuss it with me as well, and we get to kind of talk about it in the comment section and all that kind of stuff, because there's plenty to discuss with this game. I think that's the thing, is that there just genuinely is so much to say. Thank you guys once again, and I will see you later.